Tunisia, from the turquoise shores of the Mediterranean to the endless dunes of the Sahara. We ride our adventure bike deep into the heart of the south, chasing sand, silence, and something unexpected.
We saved the goat!
We came for the desert rides and wild, open landscapes. But what we found was so much more. Hidden citadels, carved into mountain cliffs.
I think I just found my favorite place of Tunisia.
Friendly faces in remote villages, a lost oasis shimmering in the heat, and roads that twist through the stunning mountain ranges. In just 1 week, we rescue a baby goat, sleep on an original Star Wars set, and uncover the stories of the desert ancient people.
Nick, that looks so cool!
This is more than a ride. It's an unforgettable journey. Let's go!
We are Nick and Mathilde, and we've left everything behind to travel the 7 continents with our Land Rover Defender, the Albatros.
Europe, North America, South America, Antarctica, Australia, Asia, and Africa. A world tour for real. We want to see it all.
This is day 1086, and we are in Tunisia.
This is the next Meridian expedition.
Welcome to Tunis. We arrived yesterday evening with the ferry coming from Italy. We arrived really late and today is the last day of Ramadan, so everyone is super friendly in the streets and we're ready to start our journey.
Beaucoup d'amis. Oui.
C'est bien, c'est
Non,
bien.
en fait, l'Aïd, tous les gens fait passer le bonjour.
Ah, il faut
C'est comme ça, oui.
Ok, il faut passer le
Tu le
bonjour
sais
à
ou
tout le
non,
monde.
Tu ne le sais pas, c'est comme ça.
C'est comme ça.
Oui.
Tu les connais pas?
Hein? Non, je ne le connais pas.
C'est trop bien.
Tout passe que bonjour comme ça.
D'accord.
Oui, le fait de l'Aïd, il faut comme ça.
C'est
Le
trop
corps doit être blanc avec tout le monde.
So in Tunisia we're going to start with the south, meet our friends there, and then together with another motorcycle we're going to ride back up slowly. But today is a marathon. Let's go! We usually travel around the world with our Land Rover Defender, but a few weeks per year, we take our motorbike Gali to ride through new countries. This time, Tunisia. Our first objective, rally the south of the country, where some travel buddies wait for us.
Ok.
Min Wayne, min Tunis? We are looking for a place to have lunch and we can feel everyone is getting in party mood. There's music in the garden, everyone is coming out outside. Yeah, they're getting ready for tonight.
Uka, Kula. Mathilde told me that's what's written because Mathilde knows how to read Arabic. I can't. I just know how to read this one.
It took time, but we are finally rolling, riding the roads of Tunisia. Leaving the city behind, the landscape begins to shift. Green fields stretch out on either side, dotted with trees and small villages. Gradually, the colors fade, the greens turn to browns, the air grows drier, and then, without warning, the first gusts of desert wind sweep across the road carrying sand with them. The Sahara is calling.
Well, helmet here. Anyways, we took this track right behind me and we're going to finish this track right behind me. And that one goes to a main track. No more people, no more cars, no more sound, pollution, all that stuff. Now it's just us in the desert and nature and taking the tracks. Gully has been working out really well. Very impressed. It is heavy when we're the two together, but I've tried doing it by myself with the luggages and it's a lot better. So it's actually having someone behind you. It makes it unbalanced a little bit. So maybe at the end of the year, if Mathilde wants to, she was thinking of getting her own bike. So maybe that'll happen and then we'll be able to ride tracks even better and safer. Mathilde, you ready?
Yes!
All right, come. What are you doing? Picking up rocks?
That's cool, right?
Let's see.
It's different colors.
Cool. You're gonna keep it?
No.
Okay. Bye.
Bye!
Just as we leave a small village, our ride comes to a sudden stop. The National Guard blocks the road. No matter how much we explain or plead, the answer is the same. We're not going any further without an escort.
Après, je ne sais pas.
Après, tout seul, tout seul.
Non,
Pourquoi?
c'est une zone de la frontière. Toujours, toujours, monsieur. Ouais, bonne chance.
Merci.
We're just 30 kilometers from the Algerian border, and the rules here are strict. Tunisia's economy depends heavily on tourism, and any incident involving foreigners could have serious consequences. So we have no choice. We follow a first escort, then a second, blasting ahead at 160 kilometers per hour on a wide open strait. Checkpoint after checkpoint, we ask again, can we go alone? And after a while, eventually...
Where are you from?
France.
France.
Hi, monsieur, bienvenue chez nous.
You can go, sir.
Hey, tout seul.
Avec vous?
No, 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 no. Bienvenue, welcome to Tunisia.
Merci beaucoup.
Merci beaucoup, merci.
Okay, merci.
Ça, c'est musée, ça.
Ça, le musée archéologique traditionnel
Mais c'est pas hôtel.
Non, c'est pas hôtel. Ça, le maison d'hôte.
Ah, there you are.
Là,
Yeah.
à dire.
We'll try to tuck it in somewhere.
Finally!
You made it.
Within the beautiful time-worn walls of a traditional townhouse in Tozeur, we reunite with our travel partners in crime, Chris and Jamie. If you've been following our adventures, you've seen them before. Antarctica 2 years ago, and even on horseback and motorbike across Mongolia last year. Now, together again, we're kicking off a brand new chapter, exploring Tunisia and beyond on two wheels. After a long day on the road, we slow down, catch up, and start mapping out our route through the desert. Tomorrow, the real adventure starts.
Union, yeah, okay. With Big Milk, you have to like pay in, and they use the funds to advertise.
It's that goddamn tide pin. Took up all your camping room.
So the salt is going to be fun for like.
We are now in the south of Tunisia at the doors of the desert, and look at the architecture here. Beautiful sand bricks and bougainvillea flowers. I mean, in the middle of such like brute climate, it feels so sophisticated and so pretty. There's tons of flowers. There's a lot of woodwork also that have been reused in the region. Like those walls or little table, in French we call them marqueteries. Now we're going to pack up the bike and get ready for the new day of riding. Every time we meet Chris and Jamie, they bring us new cool travel gear. They own the brand Matmata, and they always tell us the funniest story about how they developed a certain product and the most interesting technical aspects on the simplest things that change our lives when we travel.
Chris and Jamie, they brought us these tubes. and toothpaste tubes.
The goal was to make it so people don't bring too much toothpaste or too little.
Yeah.
So that's why we measured the capacity in time.
100.
They're also refillable, so that's a bonus. And then you don't have all the waste from the minis too.
Yeah.
So that's another thing. We figured out how much toothpaste by weight that not the average person, but the 95th percentile person. But then we added one extra day.
Are you, so out of the 20 people, were you a heavy paster?
I was a heavy paster,
Heavy
yeah.
paster.
What about you?
I'm like a light medium.
Like a light medium.
Medium light.
But what we never tested, and this is what I want to do in this video with Mathilde, is we want to fill them up to the max fill. Like you said, we have 3 weeks.
Well, 2 weeks left. Right?
2 weeks left of the trip. So I want to see
The 2 week tip.
You wanna
guys
see if
are.
it does?
Yeah, I want to see if it works. I want to see who brushes their teeth the least. Who brushes their teeth the most?
The most.
No cheating.
toothpaste.
The most toothpaste, exactly, and
most
the least toothpaste.
Yeah.
All right, cheers, guys. Let's do this. Oui, ça va. Et toi? On for a while.
On a faster section of track, something catches our eye. A baby goat lying alone in the shade of a tiny bush. The moment it sees us, it bolts toward the bikes in panic, crying out, desperate and clearly lost. There's no question, we can't just leave it here, so we take it. In a straight line into the emptiness, hoping to find someone, anyone. Out here, it feels like we're completely alone, but the truth is, this land has been lived in for centuries. The Berbers have survived in the harshest, most remote corners of the desert, and this region, it's far less empty than it looks. Just a short ride later, a shape appears on the horizon, a camp, low tents, barely visible in the heat haze. There's nothing else around. The goat must have come from here.
Yeah.
C'est la oui.
They lost their goat.
Aussi.
And now they're getting the goat back.
On l'a trouvé dans le désert là-bas. Show is Mac. Youssef.
Ciao, Youssef.
Enjoy your goat.
We saved the goat.
Even those kids are like, man, what a wild story. All right, you turn right.
We're heading for 150 kilometers and we need to refuel, but in the area, that's all there is.
What a great day. It was a tough one, on us and on the bikes. Roll out of the dunes, exhausted, but with huge grins on our faces. Today, we got a real taste of the desert. Quite literally, we ate sand.
And another day in the Tunisian desert.
Nice.
We're getting better at this packing thing.
A little bit, yeah. Still carrying a lot of stuff, but yep. We've been riding in the desert this whole time, and I noticed that when we were bottoming out a little bit, and that's because it has like little waves on the road. And so anyways, I adjusted the preload by increasing it, making it stiffer on the spring, and then the rebound also a little stiffer so that it rebounds quicker. Now we're gonna test it out. Hopefully it should be good. But thank God for this one. It's got so many options: rebound, preload, and then one more which I don't actually know. Still learning this thing. This is the TFX suspension, and it's working superb.
We thought the best of Tunisia was already behind us until we stumbled upon something truly unexpected. Scattered across the region are rare, powerful traces of Berber culture hidden in plain sight. As nomads, the Berbers didn't build cities like other civilizations, but centuries ago, they constructed fascinating communal storage structures designed to protect grain and goods in the harsh desert climate.
Nick, that looks so cool.
Hey Mathilde! We've got Chris over there, Jamie and Mathilde, and windows everywhere. So it is pretty high, and the stairs are super thin. You can see over there how thin they are, but it's super cool.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Nizar, j'habite ici au Ksar Oulad Sultan. Vous êtes ici au Ksar Oulad Sultan. Vous pouvez trouver les photos du Ksar Oulad Sultan ici, sur l'ancien billet de 20 dinars.
Wow.
Voilà. Soyez les bienvenus.
Shukran,
Et
Nizar.
shukran. Bienvenue.
The Bedouin storage point we were at earlier is pretty famous and touristy, but there's actually others on the side of the road, and we hopped
There's actually many more. It's just and we found one here randomly, and look how many windows. Of course, they're more run down.
And yeah,
But you
it's
know
not
what?
been
No
restored.
tourist.
Yeah,
Exactly.
the other one has been restored recently. I was reading.
Yeah.
Wow, this one is cool.
And Chris just told us there's water in the well, so let's go see. But yeah, this is cool because it really is like an amphitheater here of...
Yeah, I would live here. I like it.
Yeah.
Wow, it's a citern.
Oh yeah.
Say
I would
hello.
not drink the water.
Say hello.
Oh. No, it's not deep enough. Can you give me this? Cool.
We've been driving around since the end of the track to try to find food, but it's still Ramadan, so there's almost nothing open. So we're going in the supermarket and then we'll go at the cafe eating.
We follow winding valleys deeper into the mountains, eyes squinting against the sun, scanning the landscape for our next destination. Somewhere up there, hidden in the rocks, lies a town made entirely of sand-colored bricks, camouflaged so well it's almost invisible. Then we look up, and there it is, perched high above us, Chenini, a breathtaking Berber site dating back to the 12th century. Welcome to Chenini. This whole area and this whole region is our favorite in Tunisia so far. We just have roads that do squiggly lines everywhere. You've got Desert Mount, a mosque, and then just emptiness. Super cool. Oops. It's pretty cool to think they're walking up these little steps into their rooms here.
I think I just found my favorite place of Tunisia. Look at this place. This mosque is superb. And then we have the view on the entire valley in the back. And the bike's down there. What do we have here?
We've got our little picnic. Le bouche. Le amuse-bouche. We've got tapenade, we've got foie gras, which is very high class, but we brought this for our American friends here. Pâté of pork.
Yeah.
Got a little dessert, which is a little muffin, and then of course baguette for all the mix.
Yep. And then a mint tea to be a bit local.
Bon appétit, guys.
And for the security fee.
Yeah, for security. How was Chenini?
Honestly, the whole region of Chenini is our favorite so far. I don't know if the region is called Chenini, but Chenini is very cool, which is what's behind me. Earlier we were in Tatawin, really cool. All the roads are beautiful. We're in the desert. We're with all the locals, local food, local people. I like it a lot. Honestly, the riding is cool. This is the Tunisia we came for, and people have been really good to us. Thank you, it's so fun.
Mustafa. Sharafna.
Well, it makes me
Attends.
really tall though now. Like, I
Attends.
can't touch the ground. Ouais, c'est tout tall now. Confort. Trop grand maintenant, regarde.
Non.
Merci beaucoup.
Rien, avec plaisir.
Mustafa?
C'est Mustafa.
Avec plaisir.
Thank you,
Vive la
Mustafa.
Tunisie, vive
High
la
five.
France.
Vive la
Ok,
Tunisie.
Vive la France.
Merci.
Comment tu dis vive la Tunisie en amazigh?
Tahia Tunis.
Tahia Tunis. Tahia Tunis.
Soyez le bienvenu ici.
Merci Mustafa.
Perfectly aligned.
Nice.
Okay. Perfect.
Merci.
Ok, avec plaisir.
Merci pour ton temps. Et dis bonjour à la famille.
D'accord, oui, avec plaisir.
Et puis,
Bon continuation.
on se souviendra de toi.
D'accord.
It's the end of the day and we made it to Matmata. It's a network of dug-in houses and villages and we're discovering them one by one, and this one has even goats in it. So cute! There's a well in- But the big question is, how did they go down? So it says that they were digging the hole first, and then digging the little tunnels, and then digging the way out. And then in one hole you'd have like several families, like 4 or 5 families. Yeah.
So last night we slept in the Yoda room. So this was our room. It's all about Star Wars. So because Star Wars was filmed in multiple places in Tunisia and here as well. And also because in Matmata, this is how the Berbere historically lived, down in these caves. And so there's no windows, no vents, but a door. And what it is that depending on which door you go into, these are all different rooms. Over there is a bathroom, and then taking another door is the kitchen. And then some of these have dining rooms, so it's all done through tunnels and channels like that. So pretty cool. We're now leaving the south of Tunisia, so no more dunes, no more desert. We're going back up the coast and on our way back to Tunis to catch the ferry and we're going to Italy in the next 2 days. So now it's a long way up, but it's gonna be a good time with these guys. Let's go.
We honestly didn't expect this from Tunisia. What did we expect? Not even sure, but we certainly didn't expect to be so moved by the places we've seen and the experiences we've had in this small but unforgettable country. There is so much more to discover here, and now we know just how rich it really is. We turn back north, heading toward the Mediterranean coastline, where the Roman ruins await, some of the best preserved in all of North Africa. From there, we make our way to Tunis, the capital, to close the loop.
Chillin'.
Like a villain. We've been waiting for 2 hours and we're really tired.
Alright, it's time for us to get onto the ferry. All the vehicles of the previous ferry are coming off. And this is us in the line getting ready.
But this adventure doesn't end yet. Next, we head to Palermo in Sicily, Italy, then on to Rome, where our journey finally comes to a close.
Woo! All roads lead to Rome and we made it. It was a 10-day trip from Tunisia all the way to the capital of the world, the most beautiful city in the world according to me, Rome. The journey in Tunisia was really good. Places we really just found them on the go in the desert. Matmata, Chenini, beautiful, beautiful spots. Yeah, it was hard to get used to, like living on the bike, mostly filming. In the next trip, we will be heading to Greece, and I think now we found a rhythm. Like, it's pretty good.
I like Tunisia. The desert, the views, the tracks, meeting the locals, seeing the landscapes, the windows. That was my favorite thing. I think theirs as well.
I think what surprised me most was that it was so green in the north, and then by the time you get to the bottom of the country, it's just like a hard line, and all of a sudden it's desert. I didn't really expect that. I thought it would be more one flavor, but it's really not.
So I think the thing that struck me about Tunisia was how different but still how similar the people are. When you actually, when you're down in a bar having some beers with these people in a hole in the ground, everybody you realize is ultimately very similar. We have the same desires, the same dreams. Everybody wants the same thing for themselves and their families, and yeah, it's nice to see that continue to ring true.
So now it's time to go do a lap of the Colosseum, have a little lunch, park the bikes, and then split with our friends and see them again later this year.
Perfect. Bye guys! Bye! See you next time. See you in 2 weeks.
Our friends are leaving. They're going back to the US, but we see them next time for the next motorbike trip.
Bye! That's cool. Aww.
Next time.
Yeah. All right. Now let's go see my cousin and my aunt. We're gonna eat Italian food, hang out with the cousins.
We're going to stick the Italian flag on the bike, all kind of good stuff.
Nice. Let's go. We have arrived in Rome. Barbara is my cousin.
Hello!
Hello! And of course, who better than Barbara to stick the Italian flag
What an honor.
on Tugali.
Fuck you. More.
Country number 4 of the world tour.
Voila! Italy in Rome! Yes!
Grazie Barbara!
Thank you!
And 2-in-1 in Rome. We went through the Vatican as well yesterday. And so my aunt, Zia, in Italian, Antonia. Ciao Zia!
Ciao!
Ti potresti mettere il Vaticano?
Ma
sulla moto?
volentieri! Ah, questo è un lavoro di precisione.
Un lavoro perfetto per te.
Guarda, pensi che possa essere così giusto?
Sì!
Bene!
Grazie Antonio!
Grazie a te, grazie a te!
Adesso 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5, bellissimo!
5 countries in just 2 weeks.
Our motorbike has now crossed into its first 4 countries: France, Tunisia, Italy, and even the Vatican. With that, we wrap up the first section of our motorbike expedition. The bike will stay stored in Rome for the next few months, until we return to continue the journey. But you know us, the adventure doesn't stop here. We'll meet up in Indonesia to return to our home on wheels, the Albatross, and continue our 4x4 expedition through Southeast Asia. The adventure continues. Subscribe to the channel to travel on the next Meridian expedition.
Oh yeah! Mathilde, is this your new bike?
I think it's my new bike. I think I'm going to buy this bike.
Matilde came in Palermo and find his new bike.